All right, guys, this is Who's That Character Volume 8. Eighth time we've done this. So far, if we look at our leaderboard, and I know I'm doing this off screen, Neterin, you're currently have the first place, and I know you were just here, so hopefully you're still here right now, but you're currently have first place on the leaderboard for Who's That Character. So let's see if you can keep up with it today. Let's get into the rules. Everything wants to break at once. Stop breaking. All right. So Who's That Character is played in 8 rounds. I will give you 8 rounds, which are 8 clues. Not now. Holy smokes. I'm trying to do something here, computer. Thank you. All right. You have 3 guesses and then you're out. So in 8 clues total, you have 3 guesses within those 8 clues to try to figure out the featured character. I will reveal winners once all 8 clues are given. So as you guess, I won't tell you if you're right or wrong. I'll just record your answer and I'll reveal at the end if anyone got it correct. Clues will be based on the resource management series, in-game data, and or the comics. More rules. The featured character is never in the silhouettes. However, the silhouettes could be clues, so don't get tricked up on the silhouettes. They are just there as, I don't know, background scenery, but sometimes they could be important. Clues can be recapped, but I will not go back through the slides. The featured characters will always be a character in Marvel Strike Force, and as always, rules are subject to change, but I think we've been pretty permanent on these rules here for quite some time, so I think we got a good set of rules now. So with that said, let's roll into the very first clue. The very first clue today is, well, the character ranks 57 out of 198. You guys picked 57. Actually, who picked 57? I don't remember who picked 57. One of you guys picked 57. And the featured character today, the first clue is can only be used in 2 sections of campaigns. Today's featured character can only be used in 2 sections of campaigns. I'm going to take a drink and let the 1-minute countdown timer start. Oh, Ben Jarrell. Ben Jarrell is the one who picked this one. So if you guys don't like, if you get it wrong, you know who to blame. Not me. Actually, I think a lot of people are going to get this one today. I really do feel like a lot of people are going to get this one today. The 1-minute timer has expired. We're going to move on to clue number 2. All right, so clue number 2 today, guys, is our featured character has superhuman strength. Our featured character has superhuman strength. Somewhere I got to be able to put like official countdown timer. I wonder if that's possible. Is there a widget for that? All right. Moving on. Clue number 3, guys. So, okay, so clue number 3 is our featured character cannot unlock a legendary and they cannot be used for any monthly events. Our featured character today cannot unlock a legendary and they cannot be used for any monthly events. This game's all, guys, this game is Marvel Strike Force #1 game show. We all come here to have fun and try to figure out the puzzle to who is that character. And you guys will see at the end. Anyways, I think there's still like 30 seconds left on the clock. Anyone else wants to put a guess in? At 30 seconds, we move on to the next clue, or if there's guesses until I finish recording down all guesses, and then we move on. All right, we're moving on to clue number 4. Clue number 4 today is our featured character subdued and kidnapped Thor. Our featured character subdued and kidnapped Thor. This is from the comics. If I ever use the movies, I will say MCU. So it's always from the comics unless I say the MCU. Moving on to clue number 5. Clue number 5 is our featured character debuted in the 80s. Our featured character debuted in the 80s. Can we guess the same character? Yes, you can guess. You can guess the same character someone else guessed. Yes. All right. We're moving on to clue number 6. Guys, clue number 6 is 2 of our featured characters' abilities allows them to gain speed up. 2 of our featured characters' abilities allow them to gain speed up. And I do think this one today, I do think multiple people are going to get this character today. It's just a gut feeling I have. I said that before we started, and I'm going to stick with it because I probably left 2 of the easiest clues to last. All right, Thanos. Tino says Thanos. All right. Clue number 7 today, guys. Clue number 7 is our featured character killed Thanos' son. Our featured character killed Thanos' son. Oh, you're not getting me to answer anything. I'm not saying anything because anything I say can be a clue. Let's go to the crowd. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go. Our very last clue today, guys. Number 8 is our featured character once used the Infinity Gauntlet. Our featured character once used the Affinity Gauntlet. All right, D-Man says Spider-Man out of nowhere. And D-Man, that puts you out. All right, guys, it's time to find out who's that character. So today's featured character is, and I'm glad to say, you guys got it correct. Or some people got it correct, I should say. Not everyone got it correct. Some people got it correct. And the person, believe it or not, fun fact, the person who got it correct first yet gave me another guess after they've already got it correct. Maybe they weren't so confident in their guess. But anyways, today's featured character is Nebula. Today's featured character is Nebula. All right, let's go back through the clues and you guys can figure out how this is Nebula. First off, I'm embarrassed for some of you. So yeah, Rolf Karen, you were the first to get it correct, and you got it correct on the second clue today. So Rolf Karen, man, you nailed a lot of points today. Let me get through who all got it correct before I go back through the clues. So I have people got it correct is Rolf Karen, Rolo, and Ben. Actually, and Stock got it right too. All right, so it can't be. How can it not be Nebula? All right, let me go back to the clues real quick. So first off, I don't count Nexus campaign. Yeah, I don't count the Nexus campaign. That's probably because all characters can be used in the Nexus campaign, so I don't count the Nexus campaign. That's probably why the confusion. But let me write that note down to make sure that I don't have that confusion again. I don't count the Nexus campaign and resource management because every character can be used in Nexus. But first off, this is Thanos right here, guys. I literally showed you Thanos when we started. And I know some of you guys came in with the raid and didn't see Thanos, but those of you guys were here at the start of the stream or the start of this. I'm embarrassed for you guys because right there's Thanos. It's never the character in the silhouette. All right. All right, so let's get through clues. All right, so the first one is obviously yeah, Steven pointed out 2 sections of campaigns, technically 3 if you count Nexus. It just escaped my mind to include the Nexus campaign because all characters can be used, so I don't, for some reason that one I skim over it. But yeah, technically right, if there was some confusion, I do apologize for that, as he is correct, the Nexus campaign would technically count. You're more of a choose by fate kind of guy. Yeah. No compensation here. Sorry guys, no compensation. Anyways, and today I did something tricky where in this slide I picked another character that started with an N as kind of as a riddle. So I picked Negasonic as a silhouette, started with an N, just like Nebula. You know, I feel like playing games with you guys sometimes. Anyways, next up is our featured character has superhuman strength. Yes, it's not something you really realize playing Nebula in Marvel Strike Force, but if you look at her bio and her abilities, she does have superhuman strength. And I have Adam Warlock here also on purpose because there's an important story with Adam Warlock, which I'll get into later. Our featured character cannot unlock a legendary and cannot be used for any monthly events. That's true for Nebula. Our featured character subdued and kidnapped Thor. Yes, in a storyline, she did that to Thor. She had some kind of I don't know if it was like a relic or something, but yep, she did that in the comics. And honestly, there's not a whole lot of information for Nebula. Nebula wasn't used in the comics a whole lot. Anyways, our featured character debuted in the 80s. That's true. She had debuted in 1985. That was the first comic she was in. And actually, when you do a search for characters featured or characters debuted in the 80s, obviously Kitty Pryde comes up first. If anyone tried to Google it, you would see that. But if you Google it, Nebula doesn't come up at all. So thank you, Google, for helping me out. All right. 2 of our featured characters' abilities allow them to get, 2 of our characters' features abilities allow them to gain speed up. That's true. Both her basic and her passive allow her to gain speed up. No, don't use Google. That's against my rules. I'm just saying, I Google stuff in advance because we've had cheating in the past. So I Google stuff in advance to make sure I can tell if someone's Googled it or not. Yeah, yes, Nebula also looks different in the comics, in the early comics, yeah. Our featured character killed Thanos' son. Yep, she killed Thane. I think his son's name's Thane. But when she killed him, the Phoenix Force got unleashed, and then the Phoenix Force took over Thane. And I can't remember. I think Adam Warlock killed Thane after that. I might have that wrong. I didn't write that part down in my notes. who killed him after he was resurrected with the Phoenix Force, but Nebula originally killed him. All right. Our featured character once used the Infinity Gauntlet. That is true. Thanos did something wicked to her, and she took the Infinity Gauntlet off of him to restore herself to what she kind of is today. Thanos killed him afterwards, so Thanos killed him after he got the Phoenix Force. All right, cool. I couldn't remember who. I didn't write that part down in my notes. I think I missed something. Oh yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet. So anyways, yeah, she got it. Used the Infinity Gauntlet to restore herself, and then Adam Warlock took the Infinity Gauntlet from Nebula afterwards. Guys, that's who's your character. Nebula, her player card looks like this. Nebula, now there is an important fact I want to bring up about Nebula, because she is currently ranked at 57 out of 198 characters for me, but she's actually losing value. Her value is definitely dropping. I'm going to explain why here in a second. So first off, Nebula can be used in 2 sections of campaigns. Once again, going back, I don't count Nexus because every character can be used in Nexus, but I'll probably start including Nexus in the future to make sure that I eliminate any confusion for other people out there. Anyways, she has Doom Raid use, and this is probably where she has currently a lot of her score, a lot of the score she has comes from this Doom Raid use, but unfortunately, looking at some infographics, I was doing research on her earlier. She's not really recommended anymore from the newer infographics, so I'm probably going to start cutting her score down for Doom Raid use, and it's going to make her drop a few spots. So she's definitely going to be dropping out of 57 once I update the Doom Raid information. I still would recommend her for all 3 daily challenges. She does have arena use, but not arena meta or anything like that, so she scores a little bit there. Her efficiency rating is 57 out of 198 characters. I did put a note there that I do feel like this is going to drop. She is not going to stay at 57. And then power ranking, her power ranking is 90 out of 198 characters, so not that great, but she makes one hell of a skirmisher. And that is Nebula, guys. That is Nebula.